When the man was wiping his butt, he accidentally got Oreo on his leg. He quickly tore off a large piece of tissue to wipe off the dirt, not realizing he would soon regret this wasteful behavior. Aoi, not giving up, tried wiping again with paper, but it was still full of Oreo. Unconvinced, he continued tearing off tissues to wipe, and the result was the same, leaving him speechless. He used up the entire roll of toilet paper, and his butt was almost rubbed raw, yet the tissue still had filth on it. Helpless, Aoi could only ask the person next to him for some tissue, but despite talking until his mouth was dry, he got no response. It turned out the man next to him was engrossed in watching a movie, completely unaffected by outside disturbances. Seeing this, Aoi decided to quietly take some tissue through the gap, but as soon as he reached over, the man slapped his hand and muttered, "How can someone have such a lack of boundaries?" At this moment, Aoi was about to break down, and his boss's daily urging call came through. Helpless, Aoi quickly took off his shoes and used the smelly socks he had worn for 10 days to wipe. Despite using all his strength, a small bit of dirt still stuck to the socks, giving Aoi a glimmer of hope that he might soon be able to clean it all. Little did he know, he was celebrating too soon. Just as he was finishing up with the other smelly sock, he took a look and it was still full of mess. In such a situation, even the most composed person would break down. At this moment, the boss started bombarding him with messages, so Aoi had no choice but to take off his small socks and start a new round of wiping, and unsurprisingly, there was still dirt. Aoi was completely frantic. He quickly tore off his tie to wipe, and the result made him burst out with expletives. The commotion was so much that the uncle next to him couldn't continue watching his movie. Just as the boss's relentless calls came again, the furious Aoi could only forcefully tear off his shirt sleeve for one last attempt. With such force it felt like his buttocks were about to be rubbed raw. Fortunately, this time the result didn't disappoint. The clothes were finally clean. Aoi even sniffed it carefully. This was the smell of freedom. He quickly tidied up his appearance, ready to go to the meeting, but as soon as he stepped out, he saw his boss angrily holding a contract, scolding him that if he didn't come, the $1 million order would fall through. Just as Aoi was about to defend himself, his stomach inconveniently started to hurt again. He endured the severe pain, snatched the contract from his boss's hand, and even took the handkerchief from the boss's pocket, then dashed into the restroom to relieve himself, only to ultimately face dismissal by the boss.